Just about to hit 6:48, and we have been following breaking news for you this morning on the Iran nuclear deal that was just reached this morning. Taking a live look now at Vienna, Austria, you can see U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry speaking there after world leaders again announced that deal early this morning. The agreement limits Iran's nuclear ability for more than a decade in exchange for lifting international oil and financial sanctions. It also opens the country's nuclear facilities to UN inspectors. President Obama praised the deal during a live speech from the White House that we brought you live right here on the Valley today, just after 6 a.m.
Hi again, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. Now 12 minutes before 7 o'clock. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Kyle Bosch. We're starting our nonstop news and weather to help you plan your day. A man has been banned from all Fargo parks after thousands of people on social media shared a snapshot of him taking pictures of women and kids at the Island Park pool.
Yeah, the man found out about the uproar and actually went to police himself, where he showed them the photos. This is the picture of him taking the pictures. Now, police say that there was nothing criminal in nature about the photos, and what he did was technically not illegal. However, for those who believe that there are photos of them on his camera, it's not about whether it's legal, but how uncomfortable it makes them feel.
The fact that he was trying to be so secretive about it just made me so uncomfortable, and like knowing that he has pictures of me in a swimsuit somewhere, it makes me sick.
Now, police tell us that if you ever see anything suspicious, don't approach the individual yourself. Instead, give them a call right away. The FBI has a big warning for local police departments across the country to watch out for the latest dangerous drug called Flocka. It's a new synthetic mix believed to be as dangerous as meth, cocaine, and bath salts, and is known to cause bizarre and dangerous behavior.
Now, while local police say they haven't busted anyone with it here yet, they are concerned with other synthetic drugs in the area and the thing people do while using them. And they say drugs are getting stronger and users seem to be getting younger. Meanwhile, a Moorhead man has been found guilty of using a Bismarck skateboard shop as a front to sell thousands of packages of synthetic marijuana. Tom Tepley could face up to 30 years in prison. An accomplice could face 25 years.
Coming up on 6:51 on this Tuesday morning, weather and traffic on the ones. Getting started with meteorologist Mick Kerr.
All right, and out there we start under a mostly blue sky now and a little bit of haze on the horizon, maybe some dark or grayish clouds off in the distance, but blue up above. That should help us warm up nicely. Today, like yesterday, a long end of the north of Highway 2 is the focal area for some shower thunderstorm development. These are sunshine inspired, sun energized, and as a because they're just, although we have a kind of upper air disturbance and a surface trough and kind of a weak stationary front, that's where things are going to happen. But there's the only main energy everything has is the sunshine. So when the sun goes down, things should settle down, but we could linger these storms into the evening. And yep, 11 o'clock. Maybe you will be up late worrying about some thunderstorms coming through Fargo-Moorhead. So this afternoon, northern end of the valley, this evening and into the early hours of the overnight, the southern end of the valley, Lakes area, Minnesota, could get wet, could get rumbles of thunder. Warm and muggy, low to mid 80s in the south, upper 70s to the low 80s up north, partly sunny. Pretty good chance of thunderstorm development northwest Minnesota and northeastern North Dakota by this afternoon. And again, that'll slide south into the southern end of the valley during the day. Winds pretty light, 5 to 10 miles an hour. And our radar showing some thunderstorms in northwestern South Dakota, moving east-northeast. Thunderstorms up in Saskatchewan, moving north and northeast. We're in the mid to upper 60s. War Road, 70. Partly cloudy to mostly blue sky, 66 in Grand Forks. Humidity at 94% there. In Fargo-Moorhead, the humidity 93%. And you can see it. There it is out there on the western horizon. But under a mostly clear sky, it's 66. Time for a traffic update. Now, here's Al Ahmed.
In our last report, we were talking about driving extra carefully through those work zones. I need to emphasize that again. Traffic is starting to back up on the ramps onto northbound Interstate 29. I saw that particularly at just north of the tri-level. You have to be extra careful through there. Traffic, again, is backing up on the ramps. Traffic's awful thick out here on Interstate 94 as well. travel speeds all over the map. We got some folks doing 50 and some folks doing 70. It's always an interesting commute out here on Interstate 94 and Interstate 29. Drive carefully today, Willamette Valley Today traffic.
6:53 now, turning back to your news headlines this Tuesday morning. The West Fargo school superintendent says he'll have an internal report ready in 2 weeks on a teacher acquitted by a Fargo jury of having a sexual relationship with a teenage student. Aaron Knodel was suspended without pay last August when the charges were filed. Now, West Fargo Superintendent David Flowers said in a statement last night that the district probe is not looking at the court case, but focusing on questions of behavior and judgment and whether, quote, any ethical lines were crossed that would cause concern or influence recommendations regarding Knodel's employment in the district. Now, the North Dakota State Licensing Board is set to meet the first week of August to also consider Knodel's employment status.
Police are considering releasing a recording of the man's voice who made a prank phone call that led the SWAT team to a Grand Forks Walmart Sunday night. The man said he was in the store, armed and holding hostages. He later said he was joking and hung up. Dozens of officers raced to the scene and later cleared the building after finding no suspect inside. They're still asking anyone with information on this case to call Grand Forks Police.
Jury selection is set to continue today in the case of a Fargo man accused of killing his roommate last summer. Christopher Hampton says he believed his roommate had been trying to poison him at their North Fargo home. He's accused of shooting Randall Donor in the back of the head in June of last year. A federal trial is underway in St. Paul in the case of a man who says Moorhead police used excessive force when they shocked him with a taser during a welfare check. KFGO News reports that James Van Raden is suing Moorhead police officer Stephen Larson for pain and injury, emotional harm, and medical expenses. Van Raden was unarmed and was not under arrest. A Minnesota state trooper charged in a deadly crash wants that case dismissed.
In December, a Goodhue County grand jury indicted trooper Scott Reps on 2 felony counts of second-degree manslaughter for the July 4th, 2014 crash in which Reps broadsided and killed an elderly couple while he was on his way to a call. Reps' attorneys say rules were not followed when prosecutors went off the record during the grand jury proceedings, and that Reps' statement after the crash was coerced. People in Lakes Country say it'll take several days to clean up after Sunday's storm wreaked havoc on the Brainerd region. Some resorts are closed for up to 2 weeks for repairs and cleanup. High winds ripped up trees and docks, overturned boats and pontoons, and even knocked some cabins off of their foundations. The grandstand from the Brainerd International Raceway also ended up twisted on the ground. Take a look at video of that. It was quite the mess by the time the storm was over. Our gardens, crops, and trees all need bees to help them thrive.
But of course, you've heard a lot about bee population problems over the last few years. And that's one of the main reasons that some people at NDSU are dedicating their time to research more on these very helpful insects. The Valley Today's Christy Larson is joining us live from the NDSU campus with a lot more on some of the pretty amazing technology going into the study of bees. Christy?
Good morning, Kyle and Lisa. That's right. And talk about some of that amazing technology. I'm holding a little replica of what a bee would look like inside the larva. And Kendra Greenley has been telling me that you guys actually have a machine that kind of CT scans these little bees that are in their little leaf pods.
Yes. So in the leaf pods, as they're developing, we can't see what the pupae look like, but we can use our micro CT scanner to get three-dimensional X-ray images of these developing insects and see how the different temperature treatments affect them during this time. And this is what it would look like if it were big.
Yeah, still inside. This is obviously a big replica of what it would be inside of there. But these bees, they are so important, and the research you guys are doing right here is so important because they really do affect our environment. Isn't that right, Julia?
Yes, honeybees are very important for pollinating many crops, and North Dakota is the #1 honey producing state in the whole nation. So a lot of the hives that pollinate crops in California come right back here to North Dakota.
And you guys have been doing a lot of different types of research. Again, we've been talking about the nutrition and also optimizing their performance. And again, it's just so important to know what affects them and how it affects their performance, because that's how they produce things. That's how they help us and help our crops.
That's right. And these alternative pollinators are very important, especially in the face of colony collapse disorder, which is affecting the honeybees.
And we've been talking so much about this. You can go back online at valleynewslive.com and click on our video tab and look at more. And again, Kyle and Lisa, like she said, the #1 honey producer in North Dakota. So that's why it's so important that they're doing the research right here at NDSU.
Christy Larson reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Christy. 2 North Dakota teachers have been honored for teaching math and science and will be part of an award ceremony in Washington, D.C.
Grand Forks math teacher Cynthia Nelson and Bismarck science teacher Scott Johnson are this year's recipients of the Presidential Award for Excellence in Math and Science Training. Besides their trip to the nation's capital, each will also receive $10,000 from the National Science Foundation.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: every man, woman, and child will do what 300 times a year?
The answer: eat a cookie. You can take part in our question of the morning just by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page, where we, of course, invite you to join the conversation throughout the day.
Only 300?
I was going to say, it's much higher in our newsroom.
That's the average, you know, so some higher, some lower.
Oh, I don't know. If my granddaughter makes cookies, it'll be like 600 to 800. So, hey, let's check our forecast for the day. We start with a few clouds, it's humidity in the air. Areas of fog, partly cloudy, it's muggy. It's about 68 on the way to 80 at noon. Humid and sticky, but no rain until we get to the afternoon. Focus of the rain will be up north, and that could slide into the valley by this evening and into, yes, through Fargo-Moorhead late in the day. There's some weather happening out in northwestern South Dakota, eastern Montana, up in Saskatchewan, and up in Manitoba. But right here this morning, all clear, all quiet, all good. Upper 60s, a little sticky.
Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. More local news and weather and traffic as well in just 25 minutes.
Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.